Bashar Mir Saab, Chairman of KEC, Mungdar Lakwi Saab, Secretary General of KEC, and Sirajuddin Masjid Saab, members of the Executive Committee of KEC. And long time no see. I really miss everyone of you because of the pandemic, as well as the security issues. And I and my colleague always stay back in the compound, and but now that we are coming out. Yes. So first of all, thank you on behalf of the consulate, on behalf of the Chinese government and the Chinese people. I'd like to express our heartfelt gratitude and thanks to KEC. Every year, this special day that KEC will host such a function to celebrate the birthday of Communist Party of China. I'm really moved by the sweet, encouraging comments, proposals, and very good phrases expressed by all the speakers. And also deeply moved by the attendance of all the members of KEC, especially Mr. Bhat Saab. And I know that he is under eye operation, but he takes the trouble to come to today's discussion and meeting. I really thank you very much. Today is a special day. July 1st is the founding day of Communist Party of China. This year marks the 101 celebration. And I really deeply moved by the knowledge, by the assessment just now spoken by honorable speakers regarding the party. Anything. Yeah. And I don't want to repeat all those things, but 101 year, it is a time in human history, okay? But it is not that short, okay? And within the 101 years of history, CPC has made a lot contribution and progress. At the beginning, we only have 33 members, but now, by the end of last year, we have 98 million members, but less than 100 million, okay? And this party has developed and growing from scratch and become one of the largest parties, governing parties, ruling parties in the world, and it demonstrates to the whole world that we Chinese people are sticking together behind the party and moving forward. Every time we are sitting here and talking, I just want to share with you some of my takeaways about this 101 year of CPC. Generally speaking, there are 5 areas I want to share with you. In 101 year, and we experienced huge setbacks, difficulties, and even at the brinkmanship of a collapse. But we become strong. Why? Number one, taken away, I want to share with you, is that we always stick to the strong leadership of the party. History has told us that if the party is out of control, the party is not in a commanding position, and the society will fall into chaos and disturbance. Don't mention about 10 years Cultural Revolution. Everybody knows that. That is, we are shying to talk about it, but I'm honest. I want to share with you that we have those 5 days, okay? And we have, the Tiananmen Square incident in 1989, okay? So without the strong leadership of the party, and we cannot move forward. And the strong leadership of the party always, guaranteeing the political stability. I always telling my colleagues, my brothers and sisters in Pakistan, that with our experience, in order to achieve economic growth or to bring a better livelihood for our people, we have to have political stability. Without political stability, you can't do nothing. Okay? So political stability is a precondition for the economic development and the enhancement of comprehensive national space. Okay? So that is one takeaway. And the second one is that sticking to the Chinese socialist system with Chinese characteristics. Why we say that? Because China, we have, right now we have more than 1.4 billion population. It's a huge populous country. Okay? And to feed and find living quarters for such a huge population, that is a huge task for any government, any leaders in China to think about. Okay. And China, we have our own special national conditions. We have 56 ethnic nationalities, okay? And so the second takeaway that we have to stick to the socialist system is actually according to the pragmatic assessment about our society. We have to do so. In order to, bring the people, put the people together, we have to follow the system of socialism. Okay? And the third takeaway that you always put the people first, or we have people-centered policies. You see, the white CPC, has been gaining most tremendous support from the common people. And then, last year we have a rating, not by Chinese opponent poll, but by the American opponent polls, that says that the Chinese Communist Party has been enjoying more than 95% of the popular support of its people. This is a huge, support. Why we could do that? That is, we always put the people first. You can't imagine that in the past 40 years, under the leadership and the party, we alleviated more than 100 million people from poverty. And China has get rid of the absolute poverty once a war for 5,000 years. The poverty is wrangling and be with us for more than 5,000 years, but now it's no longer there. We removed it. And any Chinese are living in China with a decent livelihood, a living quarter. And if you go to the countryside, my parents live in the countryside, and that is a vivid demonstration of how the party are trying to help each person of our society. If you got a chance to visit China, please do not always go to Shanghai, Beijing, Shenzhen, Guangdong. Please try to move or travel to the west and the hinterland, the central area. Okay, you find the changes, and the government is providing everything for the local people to build their houses, to build their highways, to get the electricity, to get the gas. help them to solve everything, every problems. So you see, the people-centered policies always replace the utmost importance of our governance. And the fourth way is reform and opening up. Why I say that? Because China, our system is different, okay? We have low example. We have low example can learn or can copy from the whole world. Looking around, the world is full of capitalist system, okay? There are some socialist countries like Korea, like North Korea, Vietnam, Cuba, but that is incompatible with such big country as China is concerned. So, if you don't have examples to copy, then you have to, as Deng Xiaoping just one of the speakers mentioned that disregard black or white. If the cat can catch the mice, that is a good cat.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good cat. Yeah, and we have another sentence that is touching the stone in the river, you cross the river.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah. So we don't have examples to learn from, to copy from. So we have to reform. We have to open up. And you see that after the past 40 years opening up and reform, Chinese society has changed greatly. Changed. Number one is the mentality. The mentality of the Chinese, ordinary Chinese are changing. We will become more international. Okay? We always regard that we are a member of the global family. We are not isolated. Okay? So globalization and integration, that's a good thing. China learned a lot, and we really achieved a lot from this one. So we will keep reform and open up. That process will never end. Any society, you have policies. The government has to outline the policies. But in China, ever since the first day of the founding of the Communist Party of China, our goals, our paths are very clear. Sometimes, yes, you have the results, but we try our best to bring back the whole country to move on the right track. So we have that capability to do so. The policy has been there. We say nowadays we always say one sentence that please stay committed to our early aspirations and commitment. What is that aspiration? Yeah. That aspiration is the national jubilation of the whole China. We'll do that. We'll do that. That is another millennium goal. The first millennium goal already achieved, but it's for the second one. We'll achieve it before 2049, the year 2049. Before that, we'll have this rejuvenation of the whole nation of China. You see, then we have all this, and secondly, what is our commitment? The CPC is always, making people's dream to come true, to help the people to realize their dreams. So that is our commitment and our original aspirations. So I say that this is speaking. We have to speak into the reform and open it up to adjust to the change in the world, regional situations, especially China's own political and social situations. China is also changing. So when everything's changing, you have to change your policies. Okay? And the fifth one, the last takeaway. I don't want too much time. Okay, I'll make it brief. That is stick to peace and peaceful development. Why we say that? Some speakers are correct that China's is a peacemaker. is a development contributor to the whole world. I'm trying to see, put forward the proposal of BRI initiative, Belt and Road Initiative. CPAC is the pilot project of BRI. And why do we do this? Number one, because this is the globalized world. We made huge progresses with, integrating our economy with the world economy. We benefited a lot. Okay. We want to share our experience, share our outcomes with our brothers and sisters. If they agree with or agree to put forward, to promote BRI initiative. If they want to push for that, then we are in the same boat. Okay? So actually, BRI initiative is the public goods that China has been providing for the whole world. Okay? So you see that we always try our best to promote peace and stability. Yeah. And we know that without peace and stability, China cannot develop. China cannot, find the best way to serve her 1.4 billion population. Okay? So you see, these are the 5 takeaways I just want to share here with you on the birthday of my party. Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, when you come to the bilateral relations, just now all the speakers speak high about the bilateral relations and cooperation. I'm fully agreeing with that. Yeah. We have a tasted friendship, tasted cooperation. Yeah. That is promoting day by day, despite the political changes of your country. The pillar policy, one of the pillars of our foreign policy is non-interference of the internal affairs of any country. Yeah. Any political system that you wish to have, that's your own business. That's any system that your people choose. We just respect. We don't want to dictate. China will never dictate on the internal affairs. Yeah. But as a friend, we always wish that Pakistan will realize the national reconciliation. Okay? You can disagree. You can agree on disagrees. Okay? Whenever you have problems, we make compromise. We put our differences over the table. We find solutions. Only this way, this nation can.
Very good. Very good.
Very good. Okay?
Excellent.
Yeah. If you always fighting, yes, I think that human beings are born to make error, to make mistakes, and we have, each person has our own mind, and if our assessment, our proposals, our ideas are different. Okay, are different. That's natural. That's understandable. But when you come to the national interest, I hope and look upon my dear brothers and sisters of Pakistan, please stick together and unite together.
Amen.
Okay? Yeah. So that is the one thing I just want to propose. And we come to the the bilateral relations, I think, with the concerted efforts by both governments and both peoples, and in the past few years, despite of the pandemic, despite of the changes of the regional and the world situations, but our two countries are sticking together. Okay, our commitment to support Pakistan is still there and very strong. Okay, and some people say, always asking me questions. I always receive interviews by reporters one of the most the questions that they asked it mostly was that whether CPAC has a North Stream or steam. Okay, I said no. CPAC has been there. CPAC has to develop it. Okay, pandemic has caused a lot of problems for the implementation, but now we are gradually coming up. And especially, I want to tell you that this current Prime Minister is a big champion of CPAC. And he always speak high of CPAC. And in the 2 months in office, he traveled to Guadalajara twice, okay? And witness and visit the every project by himself, and talking to the Chinese contractors, and what are the problems you have? What is your difficulty? Tell me, I'll help you to solve it. So I always call this current Prime Minister is a bulldozer. He's always active and helping the Chinese companies to solve those practical issues. We'll see that good things will happen, okay? Guadalajara, I don't know among you how many of you have traveled to Guadalajara recently, okay? It's changing. It's changing quickly, okay? And I believe that after 2 to 3 years, when the new airport has been officially commissioned, and with some other projects completed, and Guadalajara will change greatly and will provide opportunities of employment, development for the local people, Balochistan people, and Pakistan people as a whole. Yeah. So I think we see the commitment of China on supporting Pakistan economically, externally, are strong, very strong. And everybody knows that yesterday, one of the most senior members of our party, he's a member of the political bureau, is the young Yacher. He paid a visit to Pakistan, on his way to visit other countries. And he chose Pakistan as the first leg of his visit. This shows the strong support or strong commitment by the government to our brothers and sisters in Pakistan. So do not doubt on our commitment on that. Be strong. We'll be with you. Okay. And no, I'm not shy about talking about Pakistan. Why Pakistan now is not a member of BRICS? Okay. Of course, your duty as is correct that your spokesperson of the Foreign Office already made that very clear. What is the reason? Okay. I don't want to mention here of that again, but any international or regional setup has its mechanism and rules you have to follow. And within this blocks, one of the most important course is consensus. Consensus. If any member in this block is against, you cannot.
Like India.
No, I'm not right.
Only India.
So you see, there are some rules have to follow, okay? But China has always been sharing with our brothers and sisters about our consideration. We want to push you to. Pakistan is a nation of 220 million population. Okay, you are the leader of the Muslim world. You should have a certain position in the international platform. Okay, Pakistan has to play the due role to lead the world. Okay, and so we are always with you. We'll support Pakistan, and we'll go together. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me come to KC. Okay, KC is a very strong platform with strong leadership of the chairman, and my brother. Yeah. Yeah. Secretary General, and with the strong support by the members, I think KC has become strong and strong. You see today, all the members take all the troubles. Despite today's Friday, I know Friday is your big day, okay, for pray. But despite of that, you are coming here to listen to us and share your views and comments on how to promote bilateral relations. So this shows the strength of KC, the importance of KC, the future of KC. Okay, and my consulate, I promise here, we have been always stay together with KC. We'll try our best. We'll try our best to go together, and we will provide whatever assistance, support we can to support KC to carry out her business. And we'll make, try to make every member of this KC happy. But it's difficult. Honestly, it is difficult, but we'll try. Okay. Finally, I want to say that the pandemic now has been much relaxed. I mean, the pandemic situation in China has been much relaxed, and my government has relaxed the rules and regulation for quarantine. Now it's reduced from 21 days down to 7 plus 3 days. So that is much shortened the quarantine period of time. And some businessmen always ask me, when can I go back to China? I haven't been there more than 2 years, and my business, is destroyed. I have to go there to meet my counterparts. Okay, I told him that before this relaxation of the rules, if they go to China, they have to be quarantined for 21 days. Okay, how could they do the business? Any business cannot waste such a long time to stay in the hotel. Time is gold for businessmen. Okay, so you cannot waste that. So now I'm just calling upon them to make full use of the relaxation of the quarantine measures by the Chinese government, and we also will gradually relax the visa application procedures and to provide assistance and cooperations to enable that our brothers and sisters to travel to China to do your business, no matter you're doing shopping, okay, or you are meeting with the medium circles. So you can do it right now, okay, starting from now. And my consulate, we're, as I promised, that promise now becomes very empty. It's still an empty promise. I made that promise when I arrived here. In the first day, when I met with KC members in Hotel Luxury, Beach Hotel, and I promised that I will invite a delegation at least once a year from KC to pay visit to China. And now it seems my promise will really come true. Yeah. Okay. And let's wait, and let's work together. Okay, to make KC even stronger, bigger, and more influence. Okay. And this is our common family. And I thank you, everyone. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for every effort you have been contributed to promote this bilateral relations. In China we have an old saying that when we make new friends, we will never forget the old friends. Okay. And we'll continue this cooperation, and we're working together with you to make this bilateral relation stronger and stronger. Thank you. Thank you very much.